now listening to the Wilson King Podcast.
This episode of the Wilson King Podcast is brought to you by Wright Live. Contact Wright Live for all your wedding, entertainment, band, and DJ needs. WrightLiveEvents.com, WrightLiveEvents@gmail.com, or visit us on Facebook at Wright Live.
Yo, what the fuck is up, everybody? Sitting down here with this badass band out of Georgia called Dead Reckoning. What's up, everybody?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Dude, I'm really stoked to have y'all here. And to be honest with y'all, I remember following y'all a couple years ago. Been following y'all on and off as y'all come across my Facebook timeline. But I can't remember how you all came across my Facebook timeline to begin with. Did you all play Blue Ridge or any type of festival?
Yeah, we played Blue Ridge in 2018, and we played Welcome to Rockville in 2022. Was it 21? 21. Yeah, 21.
Okay, so now you all are self-managed, right?
Well, we now have a manager. Yeah, we got a tour manager with us, but we've made the team ourselves. Like, it's all done by us, you know.
How was that process for booking your all's upcoming tour starting this Friday?
Oh, man, you can probably hear him offline, but so we worked with a booker and Danny when Danny came in and just started smooth sailing. He's been around since like the 80s on tour. It's crazy. So he's just got hookup after hookup after hookup. So that made life very easy for us. And then we have our booker, Dustin with DM booking and management. And he just made it so much easier for us as well. Before these tours, me and Brian, we did it all by ourselves, and it wasn't as smooth as this was.
Dude, that's awesome to hear because, granted, I'm not in a band. I'm a fan. Outside looking in type of thing. And dude, right. I was looking at possibly booking a festival in our area, and all this, things were going smooth. And then it was like one speed bump after the other speed bump. And then right. I'm like, you know what? This is a little bit more hassle than I want to put on my plate right now. So being on that end of trying to put something together, I can only imagine y'all are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's 78 total.
78 total dates. I can only imagine how rocky that could be putting that together. Yeah. Now,
it's going to be rocky out there. I mean, we don't expect complete smooth sailing while we hope we'll have it, So it's still going to be tough.
And dude, now is this your all's first tour to this level, or have you all done one of these before?
Well, we've done a couple before. I mean, this first tour is our sixth. Yeah, it's our sixth tour. But I mean, we from the beginning we just said, screw it, we're gonna go, and at the beginning we did I think 3 weeks with our buddies in Dead Wright. That was what kicked us off, and then after that we were like, okay, we're gonna go out on our own. We did another 2 weeks after that, and then another month after that. So it's kind of what we're doing in the same tour, but on this one we have bands joining us on the way. Some of the leg will have 2 or 3 different bands on us, so it's pretty fun. I'm stoked to see what happens, man.
Are any of the shows on this upcoming tour, are any of them repeat venues that you all love going back to?
I'm sure, yeah. I'm talking
we got some dream shows on here. Would I say repeat? I'm trying to think. I have it right in front of me. I'm checking. Yeah, we're playing a little meadery in Ohio. They're just awesome people, and the mead is incredible. So I'm definitely stoked to go back there. We've played Ground Zero in Spartanburg, Florida. That's a pretty good spot. Anything else popping out to me? Nothing really. Yeah, a lot of them. So many of these are new. Yeah, we're just in new areas too.
Now, what is some of the dream shows on here?
I'd say there's probably several people would say, but the two that I would throw out there would be Whiskey A Go Go, of course, in Hollywood, and then for me the historic El Rey Theater in Albuquerque, because I'm from New Mexico. So
Okay,
to me, that's a big one.
now.
Man, we have. What would you say? Danny knows some of these even better than we do. What do you think the biggest book?
The 31st of this month, we're at the historic boardwalk in Orangeville, California, which is right outside San Diego. And also, I can't remember the exact date, but we're playing West Side Social Club in Chicago. We've got the Diesel Concert Hall in Detroit. Those are some of the bigger ones. And there's a couple of secrets I'm working on for Denver, Colorado now, but they're still under wraps until I get everything completed.
Dude, one of the venues I'm seeing on here is Dingbats there in Clifton, New Jersey. I've had I've been seeing them come that venue come across my news feed a lot here recently, because I think one of my acquaintance bands that I try to follow is Traverse the Abyss out of Scranton. And they just played there. I think they're playing in the Battle of the Bands for Waken.
Oh man,
yeah. So I've been seeing them come across quite a bit in my feed, and it's a bar that, like, I could say in the last 2 months, I never even heard of them before. Granted, I'm from West by God, Virginia, so
right. So is our drummer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what part? If you don't mind me asking.
From Clarksburg.
You're from Clarksburg? I lived there back in 2015 for like 6 months.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I moved out of there 2007.
Yeah. But born and raised Eastern Panhandle guy, so, I'm within spitting distance of just about every major city on the East Coast. Now, because you guys started out as three veterans, correct?
Yeah.
How was that being active duty? Like, how was managing your band stuff with active duty?
I mean, it was, so over here is all training, really. You don't really have, it's not active units getting ready to deploy like we were. So it actually freed us up the time to be able to have a band that we never had before. Goddamn. Sorry. But what made it hard is we were in training units. So we would be in the field. I trained everything from lieutenants to some of the snipers and stuff like that. So we'd be in the field for a month plus at a time. So you can't practice, you can't do shows, you can't do nothing, And then also you have PT Monday through Friday, so that's at 5:30 to 6:30, depending on your unit. So if you had a show the night before, now you have to make it to PT, so you might not get sleep,
Being in a training unit has to be kind of it frees up your time a lot more than what regular duty does. But yeah. I mean, I can only imagine, because I did my basic training at Fort Benning, Georgia, and so I can only imagine the cadre, what their schedules are like.
What was your MOS?
I am an 89 Bravo.
You're still an 89 Bravo?
Yeah.
Oh man, right on, hell yeah.
Yeah. But I remember being down there at Benning, and granted, whenever you're in basic training, there always has to be cadre around. But man, the time that them drill sergeants and supply people put in was insane time. Now the band, the way it sits now, because you are one of the original members, correct?
Yeah. I'm. If you want to look at it that way, I'm the only original of that entity. Okay. But I still would say, no matter what, that Brian and the drummer Ryan, I would say that this is what Dead Reckoning is, period. You know what I'm saying? We did good before when we had the originals, but when this became this is when people started listening, Okay. So to me, this is the original. Okay. And even Taylor here, I'd give him some credit for it too. I mean, he was supposed to be the singer on the last album, but that's when he had to leave. So we had to still get somebody to sing it. The only reason he ain't on it is because we didn't have time to wait for him, you know?
Yeah. So how did this iteration of Dead Reckoning come about?
Well, me and Ryan, he's been here the longest, so he's pushing 8-9 years with me now. Mm-hmm. 9 years. That was the normal meeting the band, you know, Craigslist right here. You guys need a drummer? And he's been here. We couldn't even get rid of him if we wanted to. He's tried to leave, but he always backs out. Ryan, before Ryan had joined us, we played a show together with his old band, and he was in this band with his buddies since they were, you know, kids. Yeah. And we met, and that band just kind of fizzled out, and he wanted a band. So same thing. Taylor, he opened for us. Well, actually, that show he technically headlined that one, right? Yeah. He played a show with us at the Masquerade in Atlanta and met us there. And it was like a month later we were asking him to try out, you know. So,
well, dude, I've ran into like my fair share of like really dope bands out of Georgia, and
some good ones.
Oh, dude, I mean, one of my favorite bands out of Georgia that I've seen is Six out of Atlanta. Saw them at a honky tonk bar in West Virginia. Whenever they said they were from Atlanta, I'm like, holy fuck, what are y'all doing in this neck of the woods?
What were they called? What'd you call them?
Six.
Oh, Six. Oh, yeah, I know of them. Yeah,
dude, they were killer. And I mean, to be honest with you, the dude who was on vocals, I thought he was going to be the drummer. Oh. And then Blue, and then whenever he hopped on stage and hit us with them vocals, I'm like, there ain't no way that's coming out of that little guy. There ain't no way. But dude, Gallows. That is your all's newest single, correct?
Yeah. Got a music video with it too.
Yeah. I'm almost shooting from the hip, but I figured that was your all's newest one. That song there rips, man. Like 100%. The guitars sound amazing. The drums sound amazing. The vocals are amazing. Like that song is killer.
Thank you. We put a lot into it. All three of the newest singles, those are also Rue Luster from Machine Head and Il Nino. He did all the editing and mix and mastering for us, you know. So, I mean, and he taught me how to like do it. So now I can take the reins, you know. So,
how do you feel like doing your mixing and mastering yourself like gives you a little bit more insight into like, okay, this is what we need to do in like pre-recording to help out later?
I think it's getting there now. But I mean, until you learn those fine tricks, like it takes you a while to even think of what to do. Like you can ask them now, like I think more like a producer now, and I'll bring up ideas to them, like try this, where I don't just think about it as a guitarist anymore, you know? So it's made me think way differently.
Now, do you guys, outside of like the dream shows, what is your, like in years past, is this going to be your longest tour that you all have done, like consecutive dates?
Well, this one, the first leg of this 3-part tour isn't the longest. The 31 day, which is the second leg, that will be our longest. We've done over 24 days before, but consecutively in 1 year, yes, this is definitely our longest going.
Last year we did 2 tours. We did, what was it, a 2-week and a 3-week?
Yeah,
something like that.
2 weeks in between or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So this one has the 24-ish dates. Then we're taking just under a month off, and then we're doing the 31 dates, and then we're taking a week off, and then we're doing another 24 dates. So that's gonna be a fun one.
When May 30th. And I'm looking at a date right now because depending on what my schedule looks like, I might try to swing through on that show to check you all out.
May 30th, the Baltimore one?
Yeah, either Baltimore or y'all are also playing Richmond as well this year, right?
Yeah.
I know I saw it. So I'm sitting here looking at your all's tour schedule, so, you know, it keeps fresh on my mind as well. Little cheat sheet for myself.
Yeah, I don't know what's exactly closest to you.
Dude, they're both equal time. Like currently, right now, I'm sitting in a hotel just south of Richmond for work. So.
It looks like a Fairfield Inn.
Yeah.
No, I'm at a Residence Inn.
Close. I knew it was a Marriott brand.
But do you guys have any other music that's going to be dropping later on this year?
Yeah, well, the full goal, so the one that we keep announcing is we think is our best song is called Break Me. We wanted it coming out before we hit tour, but we're still playing it anyway. We don't care. But we're going to get back from this first tour when we have that month break, and we're going to hammer it to get it done in that time frame. So the goal is for the second leg of the tour, it'll be released then.
All right.
And then at that rate, when we get done with all those, we have a couple other possible tours in the works. But if they do or don't happen, the goal is to have the full album done by the end of the year as well. So.
All right, I'm gonna ask you this question I ask every band that I bring on the show. Whenever y'all need a break from life, or you need a break from the music grind, what is your all's hobbies outside of music?
Play a lot of video games.
Same.
Yeah. We're three of us are gamers.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
we have families too, so we're trying to spend time with the families. I would say that's the hardest time is trying to get that family time in. So if I'm definitely having a hard time, I try to focus on my family.
Yeah.
Now, what is your all's go-to games when you're gaming?
Now that's probably all different. Go ahead. I'll let y'all go first.
Mine at the moment's Valorant.
Yeah, mine's just FPS games, more or less. And then I've been playing one game for like about 20 years called RuneScape.
Yeah, he's crazy about RuneScape.
So that one's I always go back to after all these years.
Now I'm a PlayStation and a PC guy. So PlayStation wise, I'm big in the Assassin's Creed world. I love all that stuff. And then of course Star Wars and all that stuff. But then PC wise, I like the other stuff like Stronghold and the old games where you gotta, take over castles, castle defense type stuff, where you can control a whole liege of archers and cool stuff like that, more military crap.
Kind of like turn-based games.
Yeah. And all of us love Call of Duty. I'm also big in Battlefield.
Dude, I'm a slut for some Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Dude, I barely have enough time to play any games. So whenever I do finally sit down, I'm like, Call of Duty, it's to the point. I can hop on, play a couple games, hop off. It doesn't take up too much time if I don't want it to.
Right. Yeah, we're saying
I'm either a Call of Duty guy or you'll catch me playing like Madden or something.
Oh, yeah, he's a Madden guy.
Yeah.
The only game Brian will play is football.
Dude, I had to take a break from playing Madden because some of them people on there are just getting way too good. I can't casually play anymore. Go in by the end of the first half, be down 40-0. And I'm like, damn, I thought I was good. Never mind.
Never mind. There's a few of them Call of Duty matches too, though.
Oh, dude, I've been trying to play ranked like the last couple weeks, and I couldn't buy a win. I couldn't buy a win if I wanted it. It seems like every single time I hop on and play ranked, my teammates don't want to play objective. So then,
yeah.
And I'm like, man, you're killing my.
Just yelling at teammates.
Yeah, you got fucking 60 kills, but you got no objectives.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember there was this one game probably about 2 weeks ago. I was on. I had, it was hard point. I had like a minute and a half on the objective. The rest of the team was like at 5 seconds. I'm like, man, this game's over with. I'm just going to quit and take the penalty timeout.
Right. Yeah.
So, whenever it comes to your all's writing, where does your inspiration for how you write and how you play come from? Or sing for the...
Man.
I don't know. We just kind of start playing and see what happens.
Yeah, like we have such a vast genre knowledge base between all of us, so usually what happens is I come up with some decent rhythm of a song and we just come in here and just start massaging it till it fits, And some of them, I mean, we got some songs that they probably should have been out months ago, but it's just they didn't. We haven't hit the mark with them yet. These other songs, we just were like, there it is, So we'll get them.
When coming together as a band to write, what would you say the hardest hurdle to get over to get that song right where you want it to be is?
Connection points sometimes, like if we have like a one piece and another piece, but they don't go together, what do we do in between them? And then also maybe every once in a while, a little bit of the creative differences. But
giving everybody's chance a shot has done us pretty well.
Yeah.
Even if we know his idea ain't gonna work, if we try it, it may spur another idea that ends up better, and it's kind of everybody's idea now, you know? Yeah. So we give everybody's idea a shot. Even if I've already written it completely, like, they'll still suggest, like, how about if you try this? And we'll try it. It might not work, but we'll try it, you know?
Now, individually, what is your all's favorite song out of your catalog of songs?
Ooh. Well, right now, Break Me's just so good. But since it ain't released, I'm going to go with Pawns. Pawns is still our number one at the moment. We'll see.
I like Gallows. It's fun.
Now, playing, I would probably say Media Apocalypse. But listening, probably Gallows.
Gallows.
Yeah, probably. Be a toss-up between Pawns and Gallows.
I love both of them. Media's good too, but I just feel that the other two just hit so much harder.
What I'm saying is I like playing Media live. But,
Media live is fun. Yeah,
but Gallows, if I'm listening to something I'm like, that's nice.
If I got to go with an old one though, I still love Decimation. That's why it's still in the lineup. That's our Wall of Death song, you know. So I love that song.
Oh man, there's nothing like a good Wall of Death.
Yeah, that one gets a good one if we have a good crowd. Like, I can't wait to see who has the biggest this tour.
Dude, one thing that I love like seeing from you guys is the interaction with your fans on social media, which I'm pretty sure that's something that's pulled me towards you because, like, you know, there's some bands that they don't really interact with the fans on social media like other bands do, but you all kill it in that aspect. Do you think that's like part of? Do you feel that is important, like to help you guys keep growing?
I feel it's imperative. It's 90% of the time it's me, but I mean, which that doesn't bother me at all. What to me, man, like growing up, I always heard about those guys that you envied. Somebody else would meet him and just say, "Oh, he was the biggest asshole I ever met," you know. And so when we started getting to the point where anybody said they even looked up to us, I didn't want anybody ever thinking we're an asshole, unless you need us to be an asshole. You know, but for that normal reason, I don't want to be that guy. So to me, if somebody wants to reach out to us and I have the time to talk, why not? You know?
It's kind of naturally how we are.
Yeah. And we'll talk to you at a show too.
Dude, that was that like I said, that's one thing that like really drew me to you guys. Like just, you know, because I've been meaning, you know, before I hit y'all up on Facebook to be like, hey, y'all want to come on the show? Like I've been like, okay, I want to hit them up. I know they interact, but I need to like wait for the perfect like strategic time to hit them up. And then I saw y'all were doing a tour, and I'm like, man, that's the perfect time to hit them up to see if they want to come chit chat for a little bit.
Definitely.
But you know what, y'all? I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all's evening.
Right on.
I appreciate y'all sitting down.
Yeah, man.
Before we break out of here, link or, you know, plug in where people can find you. If y'all have a merch store or anything like that, can plug all that in.
Easiest way to reach everything we have is just go deadreckoningofficial.com. It's got our merch store at the top. It's got it'll quick link you to videos, our Spotify. We're on literally everything you can imagine. We got an 80-day tour coming up. We're going all the way across the U.S. almost 2 times. So please come out and see us, man.
I am really hoping to be able to make it to either your all's Baltimore show or your Richmond show. All depends on how that work schedule lines up. But thank you all again for tuning for jumping in, chatting with me for
definitely
for this time.
We'll do it again, man.
Dude, for sure.
Everything.
Dude, hey, I might even have to figure out a way to get you all up to West Virginia, bring you to the studio, and kill 2 birds, 1 stone, and get you on a show up here.
Yeah. He's been trying to get a West Virginia show forever, so...
Oh, yeah, I just need to get up there and see family, too.
Talk to Danny. Danny's over here. Talk to Danny. He'll get it done.
I will. But everyone, if this is your first time listening, you can find us on all socials at The Wilson King Podcast. You can also find our website at thewilsonkingpodcast.com. You can also find our merch store on there. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week. Be safe, be responsible, don't drink and drive. Peace.